Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make an easel for my paintings. This is my own painting and this is the easel that we're going to make. So let's get to it. So if you want to make this yourself, you need two pieces that is 9.5 centimeters long. The crooked ones here are 5 centimeters long. This is the bottom part of the easel and it has the feet that is around 4.5 centimeters long and the dividers are 2.5 centimeters long. This is another divider and it is 2.7 millimeters or 2.7 centimeters long. And you want that to sit from the top of the long one around 0.5 centimeter down, and you want to do this on both of these sides. These are the pieces that I am going to start with, and I'm using my tacky glue to glue everything together. And this fell apart for me constantly, so I went and I found my super glue, and then I made a combination of super glue and my tacky glue, and I'm going to glue these pieces here onto the feet first. And remember, they have to turn the same way around, and then you will have this little piece put in around a 0.5 centimeter from the top, and then glue everything together. This was really tricky. Now you have been warned. I made this file in Fusion 360 and I placed it, of course, on cults3d.com, and you will find a link in the info box for where you can download your version of this easel if you want to make it yourself. So everything fell apart as I wanted to place this funny thing here. I'm placing it on top of that top divider here, on the side where we have the long straight pieces, not on the side with the small pieces in an angle, and it is sitting in front of that piece. And then I'm placing it around 1.5 centimeters from the bottom and up, but you want the top piece, there's this open middle space on it, and you want that to be free of the top divider, so you actually have the measurements kind of on hand right there. Now I'm going to leave this for a few seconds, and then I am going to try to super glue it again onto that bottom part here, or the feet. And after I did that, I actually did leave this alone for around an hour just to make sure that everything was sitting and drying correctly so that I could touch it without anything falling apart again. So now it looks like this, and I think it came out pretty good, and here you can really see how the parts are put together. I'm just making sure it is really tight bonded. This little piece is going on the top here, just like I'm showing you, just like that, and you don't want to glue that on. But this little bottom piece, it has a hole on the bottom part here, and you want that hole to be lined up with one of the holes in the middle pole here. And I am just going to take the rest of my super glue gel, because this is the last bit I have, and I'm placing a drop of that on all 3 pieces right here, or yeah, all 3 pieces. And then I'm going to place that little thing here with the decorated end downwards, and then making sure again that my holes are lined up. And then I'm just making sure everything is straight and neat looking, and just keeping it in place until that hardens. The last piece is this little U-shaped thing, and I am putting my super glue gel on these end pieces here, taking that and placing that around the middle stick so that it is glued around the stick but onto that board we just glued on earlier. and it is an extra holder to make sure that it is sliding right if it was the real deal, but we glued this part together. I left it for around an hour to make sure it was all hardened before I continued with painting it. You really want it to be all dry and hardened because everything will fall apart with hitting the water if it's not. This is a dark brown and a black Vallejo model color that I mixed together, and then I put at least twice the amount of water in that mixture, so that it is mostly water, and I actually put a little more water in there. And I'm giving everything here a wash down with this dark color, but I don't want it to be painted, so that's why I put the water in there to give it a wash instead of a paint. Make sure you hit every single nooks and cranny of this. And because this is a 3D printed version of this in a wood filament, a wood PLA filament, I can actually both sand this and I can paint it and work with it almost as if it was wood. It's not quite wood, but it is actually working a tiny bit just like wood. I have these small caps with a eye on top. I think they are for jewelry making, for beads. If you know the name of these, I would like to know in the info box below. Then I have a head pin, and I'm putting that through the hole and cutting it into lengths. I want it to be long enough that you can see it on the back side, but not that it is sticking out like several centimeters. So I'm just cutting it into the length that I really like. Using a tiny bit of my super glue gel, I am placing that head pin into the hole, and I am again using a tiny bit of my super glue gel and placing that finding on top of that. Place that little finding on there, and then this part is done. I saved that piece that I cut off from my head pin, and I'm going to use that on this top thingy here. First of all, I am placing one of these finding things on the front hole of this one. The front is where you have that thing going out and down. That is the part that is going to hold your painting in place in the easel. So I'm gluing that little finding on that hole. And on the back, I am going to glue in a piece of that eye pin, or that was a head pin. I'm cutting again that into a length that I like. It's around 5 millimeters. Gluing the end of that head pin with my super glue gel and placing that into that little hole there is in the 3D print on the back right here. Then just stuffing the glue in there and placing the head pin. Don't place it so far that you can see it on the inside of that little hole. You want that inside to be all free so that it can still slide on that mid pole of the easel. When everything is dry, I'm just taking this little part and sliding it over the mid pole. There, the easel is almost done. I decided to use a tiny bit of my paint to make it look like this has been used a few times. So I'm just taking a few different colors of paint and I'm splattering them all over my easel here and there where I think it make a different, or where I think it may actually hit when I'm painting almost every time at the floor. But oh well, something is going on the easel anyway. I didn't do too much of this. And that's it, the easel is done. So now you can slide your picture into the easel, let it sit in there and look great. This easel is best for tall pictures as the smaller ones won't hit the top holder of the easel. So it's better for the tall ones. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and happy crafting.